Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Some few days ago, a video of a Catholic priest launching and blessing a club in Murang'a went viral. In the video, the priest, in the accompaniment of Murang'a politicians, is seen blessing a club. For those who might have missed the video, I want you to have a look at it here briefly, for it's going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion right now. Yes, that video has caused mixed reactions amongst Kenyans, and it has also attracted the attention of the famous pastor, Pastor T. I hope you can all remember Pastor T, the one who warned Kenyans against William Ruto's presidency. Let's have a look at what the pastor said. Is a long post which we will not have a look at it all. We'll just have a look at areas I feel are relevant for our discussion right now. Pastor T Mwangi. Shame. I hope the Catholic Church, the Catholic bishop clergy will come out to condemn such actions and activity because it's not in line with our biblical ethics and doctrine. In a country where 70% are youth, where we are opening mega clubs and closing mega churches, it should act as an alarm of crisis. Christianity is becoming irrelevant to the youths and incoming generations because the tenet and values of our faith are being diluted by the very custodian. It's a long post, we can't go through the whole of it. Let's have a look at the last part of it. Jesus interacted with sinners, but Jesus never blessed sin. Soon, we will dedicate drugs, warehouses, brothels in the name of business. Hii nayo ni apana. Then he has shared that video of the Catholic priest blessing the club. Priest invited to bless new branch of Quiver Lounge in Kenol. Yes. In this video, I want us to dig deep into that story to see what it means. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Just to start it off, I know a good number of you will agree with me that the church in Kenya is no longer the voice of reason, the epitome of moral values. The church in Kenya has clearly lost direction. And we have even seen some church ministers accused of rape, incest, or even murder. So the church is clearly getting it wrong completely. We have even seen some church ministers, very senior church ministers, accused of being bribed by politicians to curse and attack their political opponents. And even we have seen the church pulpit being reduced into a political arena for politicians to attack their rivals. So the church in Kenya is a big letdown. A big letdown. And looking at that clip, that Catholic priest is accompanied by Muranga politicians. I've seen some members of parliament there. So, how is blessing a club connected to spiritual purity? Because I believe a man of God, in this case, a priest, should be leading the people to spiritual purity. How is blessing and opening a club connected to that spiritual purity? Because opening a club and even blessing a club means the priest wants people to drink, to get drunk, for the business to boom. And for the business to boom, it means people will get drunk, and more drunk. How is that connected to spiritual purity? Let's dig deep. Yes. I've not seen the Catholic Church coming out to condemn that incident. At least from where I sit, I've not seen that. An indication that the Catholic Church sees no problem by that priest. And that alone puts the spot on the integrity of the top leadership of the Catholic Church. Questions are clearly being asked on the integrity of the top leadership of the Catholic Church in Kenya. Yes. And I've also seen that priest being escorted by a female member of parliament there from Muranga. If you look at it diligently, it might be possible that some of these people calling themselves men of God are not serving God, but they are just serving the interest of men. It's clear that priest was not serving the interest of God, but serving the interest of men. It might be very possible that those politicians influenced his thinking and influenced him into doing what he was doing on that day. And also, I won't be wrong to say that this priest might be one of those men of God, so-called men of God, who are always being bribed by politicians to cast their rivals. Because we have seen, not once or twice, we have seen men of the cloth, the so-called men of God, being bribed by politicians to curse some politicians. You pay a man of God some money, and then he curses your opponent. This priest might be one of those. You just pay them, and then they will do what you want. He might be one of those. And also, it might be possible that this is a fake priest, a false man of God again. This might be the end time kind of preachers. Instead of leading the people to spiritual purity, they are leading the people astray. Because the mere fact that a priest can preside over the opening of a club, it means there is nothing wrong with maybe the youth or even the people drinking. Nothing wrong with that. As much as we also drink, I don't think that is right. That is a priest clearly leading the people astray. Instead of showing people light, he is showing them darkness. Because I believe that incident alone might have made so many people in that area see no problem with going to club and drinking the way you want. Going to club and going to church, they are now synonyms. And they are all the same. no problem with going to club or going to church. They are all the same. So that's a priest clearly leading the people astray. Yes. And as I conclude, I won't be wrong to say this is a fake man of God. This is a false preacher, a false priest, a false priest. Yes. This is an agent of maybe the devil himself, not of God. And you can now see clearly that the politicians have finally succeeded in destroying the church. That's the workings of the politicians. They have successfully destroyed the church. I don't think Kenyans have any more trust in some of these churches. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our channel, as always, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number or feel free to send your support to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis.